What's up, everybody? It is Famous Amos and Tom Rohrer, Creatives in Quarantine, episode 4. Tom, say what's up.
What's up, guys? Glad you're here.
So, Tom, he works at the Barracks. Crazy, huh? But he's a graphic designer / skateboarder. You've been skating for like ever. And and I thought to bring you on because you're one of my close friends, and I thought it would be amazing.
I'm stoked, dude. I'm glad that you thought of me, and I'm happy to be here to represent other skateboarders and just everything that's happened, whatever we get into.
Yes, sir. So I want to talk about your craziest Barrack story. Was there like a childhood hero you finally got to meet? Was there like an embarrassing story where you embarrassed yourself in front of a childhood hero where you just met them? Like, I want to hear a Barrack story.
It's funny because the one first thing I think of is actually one of the most recent experiences I had there. And it's nothing like super crazy or funny or memorable. I'm sure there are some other good ones, but we just put a video up on the website today, actually. But all the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater guys were at the park one day, all at the same time.
I just watched that episode right now.
Did just
to be honest, I did. I like literally right before the interview. Yeah.
That's funny. No, this
Yeah.
was like a few months ago that it actually happened, that we filmed all that. But It was crazy being in the same room as like Tony Hawk and Jack Black and Steve Caballero, Rodney Mullen, everyone else that was there, Kareem Campbell, and like several others. So like the feeling of being around that crew of guys, like it just, you could feel the nostalgia and the goosebumps in the air, like in that room, in the building at that time. So that was like one of those pinch me moments where every time we walked out in the park, any of the employees were just like, "This is crazy." To be in the same room with all of these people at one time. That was like, for me, probably the most memorable experience of being there. But I'm trying to think of anything else. I didn't, it sounds funny, but like, I haven't had any like crazy starstruck moments because I'd already been out in LA for a long time, skateboarding a ton and all over the place. So I kind of already ran into all those skateboarders in the streets or at skate parks and got really used to it. So like by the time I started working there, I knew a lot of the guys and was just meeting them all for the first time, but it's kind of already like, I guess, around the skate scene. So I got to like know everybody more personally, and like people the status of people started to not seem as crazy. I don't know. You get more familiar, you realize everyone's just another person. So you just get used to seeing that side of people.
Yeah. And people don't know this, but you're from Minnesota, right? That's where you're from?
Yeah, I was actually born in North Dakota, but I grew up in Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
Minneapolis, St. Paul.
So, yeah. And then you got the opportunity to come to LA, Barracks, all that stuff. But it's super cool. So skateboarding is something that we're both really like passionate about. The community obviously like kind of changed over time, but like skating with friends and like skateboarding being a basis for like friendships and relationships, it's a very different and like good feeling. What are some of your best memories, like skating with your friends and building relationships, like summer sessions and stuff like that? Because I know summer's like the peak season for skateboarding and everything, man. So you have any stories about that?
Well, yeah, just like feeding off of the summer statement. In Minnesota, like you would wait all winter long for the summer to come. And so I'd always remember that first day street skating in downtown Minneapolis in the spring. Like the first day it was warm enough and the snow was melted. Those are some of the best feelings ever. Like I made an old skate edit, and I filmed and edited one of those days on my old YouTube channel. But aside from that, what you really made me think of was working at Element Skate Camp for a whole summer. I was a counselor there, and it's this amazing skate camp that is up in the Sequoia National Forest in Northern California. Mid-California, actually, but it's like 4 hours north of LA, and it's this incredible skate camp, and the people that work there are all so awesome. And now a lot of it's changed. It's kind of gotten taken over by new people, and it's pretty much not there like it used to be. But what it was when I worked there, it was like the strongest bond you could ever imagine. We all built together, working together for that summer, like a bunch of skateboarders. We all, by the end of it, were family. We still are connected to this day. And that was like, 4 or 5 years ago. And we're all so like no matter what, we'll all be connected till the day that we die because of the bond that we shared, running a camp together and skating together every day, doing naturey things and everything, playing all these games together and like just taking care of all these kids while we're doing it and just interacting with them too in the same ways. That was the most incredible experience I've probably ever had as a skateboarder. And I guess aside from that, I mean, there's so many things, you know. Aside from that, it's just the skate house I lived at when I moved out here. I lived with Jordan Maxim and Chris Colburn Cookie and a big crew. We all got to move out here for free. We had our rent paid for the first like 3.5 years of living.
Dang, that's a blessing for sure. Here. Wow.
Yeah, this small company paid for our rent, Silent Skateboards, and we just came out here and did the thing and made it happen. So.
Dang, that's pretty sick. Yeah,
it was a fun crew to skate with, especially like just freshly moving out here. There's a lot of good memories with those guys.
Dang, man, that's sick. So, skateboarding is very much like a peaceful thing, a coping mechanism for like a lot of people for sure. Like if you're going through something, like, you know, go skate, like hash it out on the board, everything. And I know when I'm going through something, I want to, you know, go skate, forget about it. And how is it to be kind of like a light in the community, you know, as a Christian? Because, you know, Christians aren't notorious for being skateboarders, you know what I mean? And skateboarders, you know, where like you have a light to shine in that community and you'd usually kind of be spit out, you know, sometimes in that like space. How is it to be a light?
Honestly, it's not even that bad. It feels normal, and like I wasn't really that much of a light at one point. Like when I was skateboarding, I was such a skateboarder and I was partying a lot and got heavily into drugs, did everything you could imagine, and no one even knew me as that kind of a person, you know? Nobody. But I developed a lot of friendships, so many friendships through skateboarding and through people I met out here. Sorry, my door's stuck open. Sorry.
Yeah, it's cool.
Sorry about that. But I developed so many friendships over the years after living out here and just going to skate contests all over the country and just made so many friends and always liked people and enjoyed making new friends and trying to make people happy. And I know that was in me because of my upbringing and my parents were Christian and they were raised on those principles, and I have a really awesome family. And so they are the ones who, you know, them through God in their lives just showed me how to be a loving person. And that's why I made all those friendships. And so now later in life, after I go through all this craziness and partying a lot and doing all kinds of terrible drugs and going through serious depression and anxiety, that's when God finally intervened in my life, because I'd always prayed my whole life. I had people praying for me. And he finally intervened in my life and revealed himself to me in crazy ways, which those are some stories in themselves that are long and detailed, but it's real. God really does that. He actually manifests himself to people who want to truly know him. And he did that for me. So ever since then, I've just been so outspoken about it. I love talking about God. I've been so deeply invested in him ever since he manifested himself to me. It's all I want to do. So now I speak about it way more than I used to. And I just love sharing things that have really helped change my life in hopes that people will listen and that they might absorb the things that I'm sharing with them in the ways that I've absorbed it, in the ways that God has showed me things. So that's all I hope, is that it can really help people. And I know there's a lot of people that follow me, that have been friends with me for years, and they see it, they see the change, hopefully. And there's a good response. You know, I've met a lot of people since I have spoken about it. I've met a lot of amazing people. And there's people out there that pray for me because of it, because of just social media. And it's pretty awesome, you know, once you develop that big circle and have such support all around you.
Definitely, man.
It's rare for me to receive much hate or negativity. You know, I'm sure people think it. I'm sure some people, you know, they see that stuff and it's not for them, which I understand. It's like something that you kind of have to experience for yourself to
definitely.
Really know. But it's been good so far, you know.
Yeah, I get you. I say that because I've had my fair shares of people like being kind of like, yeah, like stop telling me about Jesus now, or something like that. You know what I mean? It could be like discouraging sometimes, but it's good on oh my gosh, what did I just say right now? It's good all in all. And but yeah, like I just think it's cool that there's this whole kind of like subgroup of Christian skateboarders that really get it. It's like this healthy medium of we like to jump fences and go skate anywhere we'd like, but also we love Jesus and we love to share the gospel, and that's sick. But
let's get he's knocking over tables, we're skating them.
Heck yeah. Like
he was real. He was a real one.
So let's get into the lightning round of things. Just first thing that comes to your mind. 6 questions, mostly surrounded by quarantine. Who do you miss most during quarantine?
It's a tough one. I'm so content with my wife. I'm trying to think of who I miss the most. I'd say probably my family, honestly. It's hard not being able to visit. They wanted to come visit here. They had to cancel plans in the beginning. And so my mom, my dad, and my sister.
Okay. Yeah. What activity did you not expect yourself to be doing that you enjoy now?
Xbox.
Dude,
I used to play so much, like PlayStation actually, but I borrowed my work's Xbox. Like,
dude, yeah.
Ago, and we just bought one yesterday. We got it.
Okay.
It's now like
dude,
pleasure.
That's crazy because that's like the norm for some people to play video games, but like me, I'm not a video game person at all. Mm-hmm. Like, I played Skate 3 a lot, and that's basically the only video game I've ever really like played. But yeah, I totally get you on that. Right now
it's so bad, but it's funny, my wife, she played Call of Duty. I play Call of Duty. I play Skate 3 a lot. So when I can't skate, I'm always playing on the Xbox. Great.
That's dope. Call of Duty's fun too. Me and my brothers play the mobile version sometimes, but I don't know. The mobile version is kind of like whatever to me. Yeah. What's your go-to like quarantine meal?
Dude, I gotta give my wife credit on that. She is such a good cook. I'm so spoiled. My wife, she's nannied for so many families. She just knows how to cook anything, and she cooks so many different foods. It always keeps it exciting. So I'd have to say something kind of fancy. She makes this ginger chicken. And it's
ginger, ooh,
so good.
It's anything with ginger is just like, whoa, bro. Okay, like, like I get you.
Yeah, the ginger. I agree. I love anything ginger with ginger in it.
Yeah, she makes ginger ale. Do you mess with ginger ale?
I like ginger ale. Yeah, I'm down.
That's my dad's favorite drink. I'm like, it's great, but of all drinks, like ginger ale, come on.
Pretty good.
All right, what is your go-to album or songs that you're bumping
right now?
Yeah,
well, it's hard with me with albums. I'm always so selective. Like, I'll pick a couple songs that I really like. I've been listening to a ton of worship music. I used to never like it, but when I got closer to God, it's like all I want to listen to now.
Essentials. These are essentials.
The most beautiful music you can listen to.
Definitely.
I'm trying to think. I really like Chris Renzema. He dropped a new album recently. I think it's called Springtime.
Okay.
He's really sick. Like, it's like sick modern rock, but he's like Christian based. It's all Christian music. So I really like him. And stuff that's like non-Christian. I like Generationals, music like that. They're really sick. I'm not even sure which album, but they have some really cool songs. I've been listening to them lately. And old hip hop, I like Gangstar, but that's kind of off topic.
This man, I heard, I remember, who was it on the Barrack's interview? It was the episode that just came out. Good. They mentioned Gangstar. It was Tony Hawk like interviewing everybody, but
yeah, that was sick.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater. They redid it or something, right?
Yeah, I guess they're remaking Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Dude, that's sick.
Xbox and PlayStation.
That makes me want to buy an Xbox for real.
Yeah, right. I know. I'm gonna have to look into getting that.
So what is a place that you miss going the most?
I miss nature. I really miss nature. I miss being able to street skate too. But mostly the Sequoia National Forest. That's like my favorite place on earth. I love going up there. I love being out in nature like that, being able to just be a part of God's creation, just to feel that, get away from the city for a bit.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody needs that once in a while, to be honest. And my brother's been out like hiking like crazy, and then I did an interview with one of my friends, Wonder, and he said he likes going to out in nature and everything. So yeah.
Cool.
But last question, what is the one lesson that you learned through this quarantine that you'll never forget when you're out?
I think the biggest lesson is to appreciate everything that you have. It's kind of a broad lesson. Just to appreciate small things like being able to go to a store and not wait in a long line, or be able to hug people and interact with people, high five people, and not keep your distance from everything. I think just there's so many little things, that you can learn to cherish from this. And I really learned to cherish just being able to go outside whenever, to go skate, to have freedom, and to be able to interact with people in that way, to see family, to not have to worry about making future plans. I guess just kind of the broader picture like that, It's also just taught me to really, it's taught me that I can get along really well with my wife. The longer I'm with her, it doesn't affect us negatively, it affects us positively. So it's been really good for my wife and I, for Jay and I. And I think it just, it's a good sign, and it shows us that we have a great, bright future ahead of us. And it makes me really cherish my wife. So that's something cool that I learned through this too.
That is sick, dude. That is really sick. That question I love to save for the end, because I always get the best answers for that one. But these interviews have been amazing, man. But this has been episode 4 of Creatives in Quarantine with my boy Tom Rohrer here. You could follow him on Instagram. And do you have Twitter? I don't even know.
No, I don't have Twitter.
No Twitter. TikTok though.
Yeah,
Tom Rohrer. Tom Roar. And that's not how you spell your name in person, but but that's how you do it on TikTok. So yeah, this has been episode 4, Creatives in Quarantine, and we'll see you guys next week with a new episode. See you later.
Thank you guys.